Hello and welcome to Top Deck. For today's video, we are headed to the Explorer format to test out some of the new cards from Bloomburrow. Specifically, we are trying to infinitely eat our opponent's hopes and dreams with the eater of all herself, Ygra. So let's get into the deck. We will start off with Ygra, who, among many other things, makes all other creatures on the battlefield into food. We are going to try to abuse that as much as possible with the significantly smaller kitty, Cauldron Familiar. Familiar reads that when it enters, it drains the opponent for 1 life, and that you can sacrifice a food to return to the battlefield from the graveyard. What we want to do is put Familiar on the battlefield with Ygra and have another one in the graveyard. We can then sacrifice the one on the battlefield to recur the dead one, drain the opponent, rinse and repeat until the opponent is dead. The rest of the 1-drops are the Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, and Witch's Oven that you will find standard in any Cauldron Familiar deck, as well as the new Bloomburrow card, Scavenger's Talent. Talent is a class enchantment that we will hopefully level up over the course of a game. Its base ability is to create a food token whenever one of our creatures die, thus making it another kind of Witch's Oven. Its level 2 ability forces a player to mill 2 cards whenever we sack a permanent like Cauldron Familiar, and it is a great way to get a cat into the graveyard. Finally, its level 3 ability allows us to sacrifice 3 other non-land permanents to reanimate a creature, which might be helpful at certain points in the game. The games where we draw talent go much better than the games we don't, so we will be happy to have this card first thing turn 1. The 2-drops include Dina to further punish our opponents with our life gain, Deadly Dispute for sacrifice triggers and card advantage, and Bitter Triumph for extra removal. Our sole 3-drop in the deck is Camellia to further capitalize on our food sacrifice. Please don't look at my mana base. I blew all my wild cards on these new cards. This is just what I had on hand. Make your own, it'll be better. So, but if we move on to the sideboard, we have Tormod's Crypt, Leyline of the Void, and Kalitas for Graveyard Hate. Pick your poison, primarily to deal with our opponent's Graveyard Hate. Blot Out to handle big threats like Vein Ripper. Pithing Needle to shut down activated abilities. And Board Wipes in the form of Invasion of Fiora and the Meat Hook Massacre. That's about it for the deck. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I really do appreciate everyone who subscribes, especially to a smaller channel like mine. It does mean a lot. So with that, let's go eat some opponent dreams. Okay, we're back in it here. Our opponent's in gold down with us. They are a Gigantha deck, so that is interesting. But I think this is good enough to keep, so let's try it out. Our opponent is probably some kind of creatures. Okay, so they're just Rakdos they're vampires. Gotcha. Okay, this will be a good chance to see how good we are in the format. So do we Thoughtseize turn 1? Yeah, probably. I mean, just get rid of any Sorens or Fables that they might have. So, keep a Rick. I think I'll get rid of the Knight of Dusk's Shadow. Get rid of the 2-drop. It could also be some rogue mid-range list, but yeah, they can't be vampires because they're playing Gigantha. So yeah, this is just a honest Rakdos mid-range list. Okay. Alright, that's the card we wanted to see, so now we can play Witch's Oven into Cauldron Familiar. Can negate the life loss of Okiba Reckoner Raid. Next turn we can play our Camellia and start making extra squirrels and just grind our opponents down. Okay, our opponent will sack the blood, pitch a land, hopefully draw another land. Yeah, I love Cauldron Familiar with Witch's Oven because it just stops your opponent from attacking. So even if they had, like, let's say a 6/6 here, as long as that 6/6 didn't have trample, they wouldn't really be able to attack because, oh, well, okay, I don't know why you are attacking because we'll declare this as a block, and then we'll just sacrifice Cauldron Familiar, and we've stopped you from doing anything. And then, in case they've got, like, Fatal Push, because they might be trying to get me to play it, I'll wait until my turn. And if they've got any Graveyard Hate, say, Cling to Dust, we can sack the food in response to bring back Cauldron Familiar. Yeah, getting the timing right against Cauldron Familiar and Witch's Oven is a real meticulous chore. Okay, so they just pop Gigantha in our hand. That means we can put the food, or we can sack the food to bring back Cauldron Familiar, no problem. Then we can go Deathcap Glade into Camellia. And now we will attack our opponent for 1. And we have this real neat thing of we can start making squirrels, provided our opponent doesn't kill Camellia. Our opponent finally plays a land. Okiva record in raid number 2, no problem. So they will pass. We will sack Cauldron Familiar. Hope they don't have anything. I was kind of worried about that, but it's okay. So now we can bring back the Cauldron Familiar, drain for 1. Okay, so do we want to play Dina or do we want to play Deadly Dispute? I think we do need lands, so we will just hold up Cauldron Familiar and Deadly Dispute and say pass. Our opponent will drain us for 1 back. They will probably play a land and slam Gigantha if I had my guess. And if they do try to hit the Witch's Oven, I will Deadly Dispute that in response. So plays a land. Here's Gigantha. So I will block Voldaren Epic here. We will then sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. Yeah, we will then pass. Yep, there's Gigantha. So I think I will bring back Cauldron Familiar before sacrificing Cauldron Familiar, because the oven is better than the cat, because we want 1 cat in the grave. Alright, there we are. These are good draws. Then we'll go to my turn, where we can go... I don't think we want to run out Ygra just yet, but I do feel okay playing Scavenger's Talent into Dina, because next turn we can play our... Yeah, next turn we can play Boseiju and then just slam Ygra and have our treasure still up. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. I mean, it doesn't look like it, but we're doing okay. Our opponent will try to figure out what to do. They'll play a land. They'll fire up Den of the Bugbear. Oh wait, actually, as you know what, I think I want to just get rid of the Den. They'll probably lose that red mana pretty quickly, considering that they have to move to attacks. So we will fizzle their next spell. We will get 2 foods, 1 from the oven, 1 from Scavenger's Talent, and then we will let them move into their attackers. We will sack 1 food. Drain for 1. We will take the free block on Gigantha, because even if they kill our Cauldron Familiar, we can just bring it back at the end of turn. Our opponent is now empty-handed. I like this a lot. And now we can actually, yeah, let's slam Ygra in here. Let's attack with Cauldron Familiar. Didn't even realize that they had an Izumi Road Captain up, but that's fine, because even if they kill it, we get a food immediately off of Scavenger's Talent that we can bring back and have some fun with. We'll just make our opponent think that we've got something going on, but really we're just growing Ygra for free. And then we'll sacrifice the food, bring back Cauldron Familiar, and just like that we've got a 10/10. We've stabilized on life, and we can make our opponent very, very unhappy if we attack. 7, 9, yeah, 10. Yeah, even if they quadruple blocked our Ygra, all their stuff dies and our Ygra would be fine because we can just sack the Cauldron Familiar and grow it, and so that the combat damage would keep our stuff alive. Neat little interaction. Our opponent is thinking a real hard time. Oh, all they got is a land. Love it. That means we are free to have some fun with our Cauldron Familiars. I actually had to turn off I had to turn on auto order triggers, excuse me, because I was having to just keep clicking and stuff, and it was costing me time. It's a bit of a problem. Alright, Jungle Hollow. We will take it. We will level this up to level 2. I feel like getting in with Ygra. Let's get a little aggressive here. Yeah, they've got a chump. Yeah, so they'll gain life. They'll actually use the food ability that Ygra gives them. And that's okay, because now we can play another Scavenger's talent. Yeah, our opponent will bop us down to 14. That does pretty much nothing. That's supposed to be a finishing spell. I think our opponent's getting desperate, because I don't know what they can do effectively. So I think they might have found an answer to Ygra, at least a temporary one, because we can bring it back next turn by leveling up one of our Scavenger talents to level 3. So we will pass and go here, declare 1 block, and I'm not even going to sacrifice it in the Witch's Oven, because we can get another free round of death triggers. So what do you got, opponent? Milling. Yeah, we will mill ourselves. Hopefully hit another Cauldron Familiar. Drain the opponent for 1. We'll just now we'll run the cat through the oven. Mill ourselves some more. I'm really thinking our opponent has maybe like Shieldred's Edict. Maybe they got a land. I don't know. Alright, so destroy target creature. Okay, that is fine. We'll run another cat at him. We really need to find... We really need to mill over a second cat. Okay, so what... So this is good. Level up to level 3. Level this up to level 2. Attack with the cat. Get some death triggers. Just keep milling. Come on, where's another cat? We need one more cat. Where are you at, opponent? Where is it at? Where's our kitties? There we go! That's game. So we can go to... we can say good game and turn. There's now we can bring back Ygra can start milling our opponent. So many mill triggers here. So we'll put a stop on their upkeep, just in case that we run out of time before we finish comboing off. So we'll sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. So we've got infinite mill, we've got infinite life gain, and we are really just hoping our opponent scoops it up because I mean, I really don't want to click through all this and we're at risk of timing out. At least we do have... okay. Really, they finally scoop it up after way too long. So let's go view the battlefield, because now we get to see everything in their graveyard. It's a pretty good view of their deck. Okay, Urbrask's Forge, that's something to worry about, as is Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay. Turning to our sideboarding, I think popping in a couple Pick Your Poisons would be good. I think a Kalitas will be good for the lifelink. Okay. What else do we want? I don't really feel like bringing in Pithing Needle to shut down Gigantha. I think since they're trying to burn us out, Thoughtseize becomes worse. And what else can we bring in? We'll bring in Assassin's Trophy just as kind of like an all-around removal spell. Cut one of the Bitter Triumphs because it can cost us life to do anything with. And what else? Maybe a Dina, just as a generic cut. Yeah, let's try it. Alright, this is unkeepable. This is... well, if we've got all the lands in our hand, what else can we draw, hey? So let's keep this, and then we'll just put back the forest. If our opponent runs us over, that might happen, but I'm willing to risk it. So that's a good thing to be drawing. We'll play Hive of the Eye Tyrant and Witch's Oven turn 1. We can Deadly Dispute it turn 2. So our opponent had the opposite plan of us. We kept a lot of lands. They kept... what? Huh? I guess I'm confused about that. But now we can go turn to Dina, maybe make them burn a removal spell. I mean, we're probably going to have to sack it into the Witch's Oven. But hey, that's a food token on the battlefield for us. Frankly, we're just trying to stave off our opponent until we can pull off a combo. If you hear any creaking, that's still the refrigerator. It hasn't gotten any quieter. Really annoying when I'm trying to sleep. Rampaging Ferocidon. Okay, there we go. That is a bit of an issue. But we can work around it. We will say no attacks. And I plan to Deadly Dispute the Witch's Oven. So we can't block Ferocidon. Our opponent thinks and plays a land. So I didn't see any Sheoldreds. Urbrask, yep, that would be the thing that would be the worst case scenario for us. So they'll create a 1/1. Okay, that's So I will block the 1/1 with Dina. That's a free block. Before we go to our turn, I will sack the Witch's Oven. I mean, we're still vulnerable to removal. That's okay. And now we have a Fatal Push to get rid of the Ferocidon. This worked out pretty well. We'll play this on green. And then we will play Cauldron Familiar. They don't have a creature land. Though Dina does hold back their 2-1 that they're about to make. I think I'll Deadly Dispute the Cauldron Familiar. Hopefully draw another Oven. Maybe I should have kept the Oven and disputed Dina. That probably would have been a better play. Maybe, I mean, but... Of course that is with retrospect. Okay, good to know about. So luckily we don't have anything in the graveyard. So they'll eat their own Rampaging Ferocidon. Oh, whoops. We will go here, declare blocks, say nothing happening. Yep. So now we will Deadly Dispute Cauldron Familiar. And that's a good draw. Can we... Alright, I think we just got our opponent. Yeah. Because now we can go Cauldron Familiar. Yep, say good game opponent. We just comboed off. We are comboing off. And even if they kill one of our Cauldron Familiars, we can just sack Dina in response. So I'm going to try to figure out some way to speed up this footage, because this would probably be really boring to handle or look at. Good game, opponent. Good game. You have been eaten. Alright, we're back. We have a risky hand, but I feel lucky today. If we draw a cat, we're fine. If we draw a second land, we're doing okay. Our opponent is mulliganing aggressively. So, yeah, they've mulliganed down to 5. They're on the play. Alright, so do we go... Yeah, I think I'll still go turn 1 Scavenger's Talent. Maybe we'll draw us an untapped land for turn 2. Our opponent is looking like a Waste Not deck so far. So they take the Witch's Oven, that's fine. We'll just play Scavenger's Talent number 2. Scavenger's Talent is in many ways better than Witch's Oven. Doesn't offer the sack outlet, but that's okay. So we will run out Dina. I don't really feel comfortable trying to level up Scavenger's Talent because I think they've got some kind of enchantment removal. Just the way they're hovering over it. Yeah, so I didn't want to put the mana into it. Now, if they Fatal Push us, that's just unfortunate. I mean, but hey, they're down to 1 card. We still have stuff to do. Alright, so they're some sort of Golgari mid-range deck. So we will throw the cat at them. And all will be good. I dare them to tick down at us. Tick down the Liliana. Each player discards a card. Yep, that'll be fine. This might actually help us, because we're trying to find stuff, or find lands. So we will bring in a Swamp. And then they will pass, and that, yeah, it really did help us because now we can Deadly Dispute the Cauldron Familiar. Thank you, opponent. Oh, look at that, we've got an Oven now. This is good timing. Of Question is, do we want to play it? I think we do, and we'll discard a land because we can draw more lands. We gotta keep Lily from ultimating. That's kind of the big thing. And I don't feel like leveling up Scavenger's talent because it'll force us to sacrifice a treasure. Yeah, resolve. Ditch the land. Because... So what we want to do here... sack the cat. Recur the cat. Okay. So the exile ability on Restless Cottage is something we'll have to keep in mind. But we can pass, we can get a free block in. And then recur the cat once more. Go to our turn. Now it'll be super hard for them to do anything. Because Ygra is a big girl. And they can't really tick down Liliana. They need to draw something off the top. Okay, so they're going to try. Opponent's down to 12. They will. Yeah, okay. Good enough, good enough. Just grinding our opponents out is good enough. Okay, so... what was our opponent really trying to do? Please do... I really don't like this. Something's buggy with Arena right now. So they're just some Golgari mid-range deck. All they've really shown us is Liliana. Haven't really seen most of what their deck does. So... creature with flying art. Hedge a little bit with pick your poisons. We'll bring in pithing needles for sure. We're going to be on the play. I didn't really see any creatures that they were trying to play, so we'll take out a Fatal Push and a Bitter Triumph. Shave a Dina, and maybe only one pick your poison because we don't know that they're going to have some graveyard hate. Who knows? And I do want to keep a couple Thought Season, since we are on the play. Take them out when on the draw, but... if I have that backwards, please let me know in the comments. Alright, this hand is not very Thoughtseize proof, because if they take Camellia, what are we doing? So let's mulligan. Alright, I do like this, I mean, amusingly. We still need another land, but yep, good thing I mulliganed. I'll probably take Talent or Cauldron Familiar. If they take Camellia, I'm okay with that. So we can't play it very soon. Our opponent really seems to be thinking that they're taking the Scavenger's talent. Yep, and they will. Good, good. We will play the Swamp. And we will name... yeah, let's name Liliana. Of the Veil. Just shut that right down. So I'm quite content to play Jungle Hollow pass, because if they've got removal, we can't really bring back Cauldron Familiar. I want to be able to play this third land, and then play Cauldron Familiar with Holding Up Deadly Dispute. Okay, well, that's fair. They had to use a whole removal spell on it, and now they can play Lily. Not really liking this. I think I've got to gotta get rid of Camellia. Okay. Dina's a good draw. So we'll play Dina into Cauldron Familiar. They could make us discard, but that's okay. Because now we can at least start trying to beat down Liliana. Yep, discard a card, all good here. So now we will say, all attack here. We do have to kind of handle this Liliana, which is unfortunate, but So if they tick down, what do we get rid of? We will. I think we sack Cauldron Familiar because we can recur it later. I mean, if they have the removal spell, yeah, there's nothing we could do anyway. Play our 5th land because Ygra's 5 mana. See if we can get them to use more removal. They don't have any, which is good to know. Questing Beast, lovely. Discards Aclazotz. So I might as well see if I can get this last card out of your hand. Yep, I'm okay getting rid of that. Say no attacks if they want to tick down and kill their own Lily to get rid of Cauldron Familiar, that's okay. But yeah, we're pretty much Ygra or bust here. So we do need some way to... Yeah, that's... No bueno. At least we're seeing more of their deck now. Yep, we'll just continue to not do anything. I guess they'll tick down Liliana now, or they'll just keep hitting us with Questing Beast. That's okay, that's more of a problem. Okay. Ygra comes in. So now we kind of have to trade Questing Beast with Ygra. Ow. Or they just draw another Culling Ritual. Yep. Alright. Good game, opponent. Let's go on to game 3. Okay, so that was a stomping. At least we saw more of what they're trying to do. So... I feel less good about Fatal Push now, because I didn't really see any small creatures. And I feel a little better about Blot Out. It seems their Graveyard Hate isn't enchantment or artifact based, so that's no good. Or the Pick Your Poison's no good. So yeah, let's try running it like that, see how it goes. Oh wait, do we want to get rid of... Yeah, well... Oops. No. I was gonna potentially bring in more Thoughtseize, but nah. Okay, let's try to get a better hand and hope our opponent doesn't have Thoughtseize turn 1. We will be on the play. I kinda like this, So we will go turn 1, Thought Sneeze. We will get rid of the Dread Knight because we don't really have a good answer to it otherwise. Next we will go Pithing Needle, naming Liliana. And then we'll play our Fabled Passage and pass back. So it's our turn. We will crack our Fabled Passage, go find a forest. And now, what do we want to play here? I feel okay holding up another Pithing Needle until we can see what they actually might be using. Let's see if we can bait something with Camellia. Nope, they don't have any removal. Or they've auto-passed through stuff, which would be sneaky. So they've got Ashiok, Dreamrender. That seems like another good Pithing Needle target. So let's do we? Because we can just hit them down with with Camellia. So that way they only get like what, one more activation of it max. And we'll play Cauldron Familiar. Maybe we can convince them to use removal on it, and then tick down their Ashiok, get rid of Ashiok. So I think we're in the driver's seat right now. We just need more lands and some way to keep recurring our familiars, like a Scavenger's Talent or a Witch's Oven. What did they put in the bin? Okay, nothing too consequential. Where are they? Questing Beast. Okay. Alright, so they will get rid of their own Ashiok. Well, there's a bunch of stuff that we wanted. But at least the bad thing is gone. Can't really do too much other than attack with Camellia. We're not going to outrace Questing Beast, that's for sure. But a land off the top is huge. Okay. Okay, so they do manage to get rid of our Cauldron Familiar and everything else. So we will level up Scavenger's Talent, and then we will hit them with the Pithing Needle Part 2. Say Liliana again. Ana of the Veil. We really need a 5th land. 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 Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Okay. So, that's not quite what we need. Try to give them something to force them to use their Lilion. Yeah, not drawing lands this match is kind of screwing us over. Do we block here? For this one, no. Opponent. I'm gonna let stuff go. Interesting. Okay, we really needed to draw. Okay, we need a land. Darn. Okay. So I think we just have to say pass. This is not a good spot. So our out is our opponent screws up, which is the sad truth of it. Uh-huh. So, yeah, I don't think we can do anything about that. Let's mill over 2. Yep, yeah, perhaps we should have done this earlier. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Oh my gosh, I forgot we brought in Blot Out. Okay, we're not gone yet. We are not done yet. Whew, okay. Never surrender. Never surrender. Okay. Oh, what a top deck. Okay. Replay Dina. Throw out a Cauldron Familiar. Hopefully they don't have Questing Beast Part 2. Alright, so they get rid of Dina. But we're not dead. We are not dead. Okay. Alright, please don't be a Questing Beast. Alright, this is land off the top and we win. Land off the top and we win. Oh, darn. Okay. But Oven is good. Oven is very good. Alright. We're still a land off the top from victory. We can pull this out. We can pull this out. So we will, yeah, we'll declare a block just for force of habit, and then the trample, it's going to nullify our block, but that's okay. So we'll go up to 5 life. Should not have landed off the top. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Alright, yeah, so we're going to attack. Yeah, what we have to do now is blow up our own Cauldron Familiar with the Witch's Oven. Eat the food, not bring it back. Because, yeah, we're hanging on by a thread, but we're not dead. We are not dead in the slightest. There's 1 life is still alive. 2 life, we're fine. Please don't draw anything good. Okay, so I really don't know why they keep getting rid of our Blooming Marsh, but yeah, we'll get another here. Okay. Ooh, if they've got removal, then playing Ygra's bad. Actually, because then we can sack it with the Witch's Oven, have Cauldron Familiars, and survive. Or we can just hold up our Fatal Push. Ooh, okay. So, what are the odds that they have removal? Well, wait, if they've got removal, they have to... Wait, their targeted removal, they'll have to sack Dreadmite anyway. I forgot about Ygra's Ward ability. And even if they manage to pay it, we can still sacrifice in response. Yep, okay. Or they just have Shieldred's Edict. But we do get 2 foods. Okay, they'll play a land. So we have to bring back both Cauldron Familiars before damage is dealt. Oh, man. Did we double block here? I don't think so. Okay. We will attack with a cat, leave another up for blocking duty. We've still got Fatal Push. Okay. Getting a little risky with the life total. I like it, opponent. I like it. Alright, what's the deal if they've got Questing Beast? Questing Beast, we sack the cat, we push the beast, but then we eat the food. We don't bring back Cauldron Familiar. Yep, I also feel pretty good about pushing their Mosswood Dread Knight. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Whew. Okay, so they'll lose another life. That's a problem. Alright. Get maximum value out of it all the way to the end. Alright. Ygra off the top and we still win. Oh, come on. Okay, so we'll force them to declare Cauldron Familiar as the target, or, okay, they'll go for, okay, oops, so we have to sack the Cauldron Familiar, okay. Okay. Still not out of this yet. Ygra here. If we draw an Ygra in our top 2 cards, we win. Yes! Yes! We got it! We got it! Oh! Oh! Never surrender! Good game, opponent! Sack the cat. Kitty goes meow. Opponent goes ow. We have pulled it off. Oh, there's... Oh, this is too good. Oh. 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 Alright, I don't think anything's going to get better than that last match, because that... Oh, we were dead to rights a few different times, but... Nope, we hung in there, we stuck it out, we won the game. Goods. Oh, I'm still a little buzzed about it. Oh, that was fun. So hopefully you got to see the power of the Ygra combo deck. I think it has a home in Pioneer. I think it can actually be something. I mean, it'll probably be in the lower echelon of decks along with all the other mid-range stuff, but it is at least a viable option to be playing against people. So, tell me what you think in the comments. And since we like to shout out other creators on this channel, check out Maldhound's channel. I ran across one of his videos the other day, and they're just hilarious. He gives you all the facts you'll ever need about a very specific Magic card in like 1.5 to 2 minutes, and he does it in the most hilarious way possible. So go check out Maldhound's channel. I'll link his channel in the video description. Thank you for checking out my video. Have a great day, everyone. See you around.